Sinners is the first film in 2025 to make me cry, y'all. I saw the movie Sinners in IMAX 70mm because I'm a fancy lad. Thanks, IMAX. So I want to talk to you about it. This movie definitely has some surprises, especially if you have not seen the trailers. So I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. Talk more about the vibes and the plot, and the vibes are strong. This film is an original idea from writer and director Ryan Coogler, and I could feel the passion in this project the entire time watching it. The cinematography, oh my gosh, this movie is so beautiful. The sets, the lighting, the costumes, the locations, all of it. Pretty. Wallpapers aplenty in this movie. And the acting in this movie is top notch. Michael B. Jordan is so good in this. And I think it's pretty well known at this point that he has a dual role in this film. And what I like about his performance as these two characters, Smoke and Stack, is he never plays it as one note caricatures or not doing like wacky voices to let you know that they're different. He actually plays it a little bit more subtle. It's more in their delivery of dialogue, the choices they make in life, how they handle their business. That's how you can tell the differences between the two, as well as the nice colors in their costumes. It was just a nice subtle performance, a deeper performance, while still feeling like two different characters. And the way that they would interact with each other, including handing stuff to each other at times, I was like, does Michael B. Jordan have a cloning machine? Did they actually make two Michael B. Jordans for this movie? I know some people would like that. The standout in this movie, of course, is Miles Caton. I think this is his feature film debut, but he is awesome in this, both in his acting and his music. Definitely the soul of this film. And he is the center of one of the most amazing, creative film and musical sequences I have seen in a period piece movie like this in quite some time. I don't want to explain it, but trust me, when you see it, you will know it. And it is awesome. Shout out, of course, to Delroy Lindo. Always great in every role. He brings it in, and he reminded me so much of Old Black Men from the South. He had that nailed down. I was like, is that my uncle? Do I know him? And I gotta give props to Omar Benson Miller for being in this, because even in a movie like this, I will connect it to Ninja Turtles. That man was Raphael in Rise of TMNT, and I respect that. And he's also great in this movie, funny as well. Haley Steinfeld brings it as always. This is probably one of my favorite performances that she has done. I haven't seen everything she's done, but this one is definitely one of my faves. And Wumi Masaku, oh my gosh, you might know her from Loki. She is so good. She brings so much heart and spirit into this movie. Yeah, both of those ladies nailing it. And also, both of these ladies have really good chemistry with their individual Michael B. Jordans. Dare I say, God dang, the thirst is real. Respectful though, respectful thirst. And don't think I also didn't notice you, Mayor Brielle from the Penguin. God dang. In fact, there's a good amount of God dang in this movie. This movie is bringing sexy back to the cinemas, y'all. Woo! It was getting hot up in there. But as sweet as this movie is, of course, it is filled with horror. Now, you're not going to get too many scares out the gate. It definitely takes its time to build things up, which is actually a good thing, because that means you get time to get to know the characters more and really start to connect with them more, which then makes it tougher when they go through things. But once this movie ramps up to that horror, ramps up to that action, it goes hard. And what's really cool about this movie is that there's definitely horror, suspense, blood, and gore that you see on screen, but then there's a couple of times where things are about to happen, and right when it's about to happen, it cuts away. So you know what happens, but now your imagination is playing it out. Sometimes that's even more scary. Definitely some moments where I was like a little uncomfortable, like what's gonna happen next? But in a good way, like I enjoyed that, a good uncomfort. Super good, supernatural scares in this, as well as some natural ones. I mean, check the time period, you know what's up. But there's also some comedy, some heart, some drama. It's a lot of emotions going on here. The action sequences are action sequencing. So there's a mix of a lot of things in this. It's not just about the horror, but the horror is there. And I don't want to say too much about the villains in this movie, because again, I want to keep it as spoiler free as possible, but man, it's very nuanced and detailed and interesting, especially Jack O'Connell, I believe, who's like the main person. He'll try to do it in a charming way, in a sweet way, but if that don't work, flip the script. I like that, man. It's like, I can be sweet or I can be spicy, but either way, I'm gonna get what I want. That's scary. And this is definitely one of those movies I could see sparking a lot of discussion. If you want to watch this movie on a pure surface level as a horror, suspense, action period drama, then yeah, man, it's there on surface level. It's very entertaining that way. But if you're one of those people that like to look deep and try to figure out some theories, some metaphors, some symbolism, all that stuff, I definitely believe it's going to be possible to do that with this movie. I was doing it a couple of times myself while watching it, and definitely after it, thinking about it. I thought about this movie a lot after I saw it, which means a lot about how good it is. What's really wild about this movie, in my opinion, is that it feels like one of those cinematic art house flicks, you know, the ones that they would submit for awards or that critics would talk about loving a lot. At the same time, it's definitely one of those, hey, let's go out to the movie theater, let's find a good flick, get some popcorn, enjoy ourselves time at the movies. Like, it's a nice blend of style and substance. It's trendy pop culture, but it's also deep. Like, that's really cool. I love that balance. It was very nostalgic of some of the movies I grew up with that I remember having that same feel as well. And yeah, I'm gonna say it, Black people on the big screen like this, looking beautiful. Woo! Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Black people on the big screen like this. Woo! I was feeling that. Obviously, seeing a movie as beautiful and detailed in this in IMAX 70mm was amazing. So if you're going to see this movie, of course, I would recommend seeing it that way. But look, there's also Dolby, there's Prime. I think there's a 40X version of this. And of course, your standard 2D theaters. Here's the thing. If you want to see this movie, I say whatever screen you can see it on whatever screen you possibly can. And if you see this movie, stay to the end. Just tie the experience all together. I highly recommend it. I loved it so much. I want to see it again. And I'm not trying to put any pressure out there, but you know, film threads, film talk, film internet, YouTube, movie talk. Every time a sequel or remake or reboot pops up, they always yelling, I want more original films. Why can't we have more original films in theaters? Here you go. Here's one. Do your thing. Not saying you got to, but I'm just saying if you're complaining all the time about it, now's your chance. Do what you want to do, but I highly recommend this movie. I think it's a great time in the theaters. Good job, Sinners, and everyone involved. Good stuff.